psychology and psychoanalysis. Hi everyone, my name is Ellen Park. If you're new to this podcast, welcome. I'm a licensed psychologist in New York, and I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you'll find the content I share here insightful, practical, and meaningful. Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well and staying cool this summer. As we move through July 2026, I'd like to talk about the meaning of self-care because I think it's one of the most misunderstood ideas in psychology and in our relationships with others. Well, my main point is simple. Self-care is not a luxury and it's not something that takes away from the people we care about. In many ways, actually, it's one of the foundations of healthy relationships and good mental health. Recently, I've seen more discussions about the consequences of neglecting self-care, including burnout, emotional exhaustion, and critical mental health challenges. Sadly, there have been reports of self-harm and other tragic outcomes, something we hope never to experience in our own community. I'm not criticizing people who work hard. It's quite the opposite. I admire their dedication, and I want to do my part to protect and support those people. My concern is that many people feel they have to ignore their own well-being in order to meet their responsibilities, and over time, that can have serious consequences. I recently published an article titled "The True Meaning of Being Together," and you can read the full article on my website at drellenpark.substack.com. In that article, I explored why this dilemma exists, how it develops, and how we can navigate it in a healthier and more balanced way. If you're interested, I invite you to read it after listening to this episode. A paid subscription is required to read it, but there's also a free trial available along with occasional special offers. I've realized that self-care can mean very different things to different people. Some people believe that taking care of themselves somehow means caring less about others. Others think self-care is simply a necessary luxury. And I'd like to challenge those ideas today. You've probably heard a saying about putting on your own oxygen mask before helping someone else. I can't remember the exact wording, but the message is clear. When we're physically and emotionally well, we're much better able to support the people around us. Self-care isn't about avoiding responsibility or putting ourselves above others. It's about maintaining the capacity to care for others in a healthy and sustainable way. I believe many relationship difficulties, whether they're with family members, friends, romantic partners, coworkers, or even within ourselves, arise because we struggle to balance different needs. We often feel as though we have to choose between caring for ourselves and caring for other people. But I don't believe that's the real choice. Ignoring ourselves isn't healthy, and ignoring others isn't healthy either. The challenge is learning how to care for both. Many people struggle with this at a very deep level. And finding the right balance isn't easy, and that's exactly why I believe it's worth talking about. I'd like to leave you with one final thought. When we learn to respect our own needs, we become better able to respect the needs of others. Caring for oneself and caring for others are not opposing goals. They support one another. Thank you so much for listening. I hope this episode gave you something to reflect on and perhaps encourage you to think about self-care from a different perspective. And I hope you have a wonderful day, and I see you next time.